Hi there, Malcolm here with my 75th Booktube video, and today I'll be bringing you my September TBR. As usual, there's quite a pile, so let's get cracking. First up is my book of the month, Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman, book 2 of the Arc of the Scythe. This has been on my must-read ever since I read book 1, many moons ago. In this world, people don't die anymore. All illnesses have been cured, fatalities are only being deadish, and you're resurrected pretty quickly afterwards, and back running around within no time. Old age has been conquered, and people are staying younger for longer, or could be re-younged again. And overseeing all this is the great computer mind, the Thunderhead. However, pretty early on it spotted a problem in the system. With no death, the population would just keep going up and up and up, and the thing that makes life spicy has gone. And so the Scythe Order was created, an order created separate from the Thunderhead, so they could not get too much power. And scythes would go around and glean people, basically kill them, but this time permanently. The role of a scythe is full of honour and duty, but then some do get far too much enjoyment out of it. In book 1 we saw what happened when one took it too far, and off the back of that a new scythe came to be, Scythe Lucifer, whose target other scythes who abuse their position. This book follows the two scythe apprentices we met in the first book, Rowan and Citra, as they follow on from the events of the first book. And this is a year later, and they're both getting to be good at what they do. However, there's a new plot afoot, and the Thunderhead, an artificial being who has deliberately distanced itself from the scythe, is left with a conundrum. Does it step in to intervene, going against everything it stands for, or does it just sit back and let events unfold and watch its perfect world just disappear in front of it? Brilliantly written, this is so readable. I really enjoy following the characters of Rowan and Citra, but I also enjoy the intermissions between each chapter, which is a small essay from the Thunderhead itself, giving its thoughts and feelings towards something or other. Sometimes they're relevant to the chapters, sometimes they're not, but each one is full of information and insights about the being that is the Thunderhead. I'm just over a fifth of the way in, at 100 pages, and loving it already. Also pleased to know there's book 3 coming out soon. Hooray! When I do finish this one, I'll then be reading the novelisation to the worst X-Files episode ever. This is the feature-length film with Billy Connolly in it, I Want to Believe. And the novelisation is written by somebody, Max Allan Collins. The film is drab, boring and awful. I'm hoping the book's going to do better than that. It's only 240 pages long, and I bought it for £2 from the works. So I'm not holding my breath, but you never know. And once I've got that one out of the way, I'll be reading Salamanderstron by Brian Jacks from the Redwall series. This is a fantasy story featuring anthropomorphic animals, where we have the Badger Mountain being attacked by the Weasel Army, and Redwall Abbey looks to be struck down by the dreaded Dry Ditch Fever. Full of some wonderful characters, looking forward to reading this one. However, the dense writing style does mean that I'll be spending most of the month reading it, but they're always worthwhile. And hell, it's got kick-ass badges in it. You can't go wrong with kick-ass badges. And then I'll be reading Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Angel Chronicles Volume 2, written by Richard Tankersley, and it's basically 3-episode novelisations featuring the brooding vampire. And the stories are Halloween, What's My Line Part 1, and What's My Line Part 2. I found Volume 1 okay. I found that the disparate episodes, because they just featured Angel in, without all the episodes in between them, very disjointed, because they go from one season to the next. And they fully expect you to know the series quite well. I have seen it, I won't say I know it that well. I'll see how I get on. Apart from anything else, I can use it to help me with my brooding. So those are the main novels I'm planning on reading. Also got some graphic novels on the go. So I'm halfway through Star Wars Visionaries, 10 Tales by the concept artists for The Revenge of the Sith. So lots of different styles, lots of different types of artwork going on in here. Some pretty good, some have been pretty awful. But yeah, interesting bunch of stuff here. And one may even hint at what we might see in the new Obi-Wan TV series. Or not, we'll see. When I finish that, I'll then be reading my way through my X-Wing Rogue Squadron collection. I've got a few of them, haven't got them all, so I might be having to use the online comic repository to fill in the gaps. But I know the first one I've got here is The Phantom Affair, which I believe is book 2. So I might have to do some reading before I even get there. I've read quite a lot of the X-Wing novels, also written by Michael A. Stackpole, who's written these. So if you like your spacey fighter pilot type stories, then these are a must. I doubt if I'll read them all by the end of the month, particularly if I've got to do some reading online. I'll see how I get on. And then finally, while boiling the kettle, I'll be reading The Walking Dead Book 2, The Road to Woodbury, by Robert Kirkman and Jay Bonansinka. And this looks to be following a character called Lily, who I believe is the character in Book 8 of the graphic novels, who does some of the more significant shooting in the assault on the prison. So we get to see her story leading up to getting to Woodbury, whereby now the new governor is beginning to be not quite everything he looked to be in the first place. Literally just started it, so I can't really tell you much about it yet, because I don't know. But so far so good. I also read everybody else in the household. Now in previous videos I've waved all the books and told you all about them each and every single time. However, as it takes quite a long time to get through some books, particularly to the children because of TV or computer or they're not here, then I end up waving the same book at the camera time and time again. So I only do that if there's a new book involved. So to my oldest I'm still reading African Adventure by Willard Price. To my youngest, I'm still reading Storm Chaser from the Edge Chronicles by Paul Stewart and illustrated by Chris Riddle. And to my wife I'm still reading Skullduggery Pleasant, Deathbringer. Getting on through them nicely now, but now we're getting back into the school routine. I should be getting through books much quicker now for those three. So there we go, nice tidy pile there. We'll see how I do for that one. So if you want to share with me your planned reading for the month, then do let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a link or list and I'll have a look at that. But as always, if you have nothing nice to say, then please do keep it to yourself. Thank you. And until next time, see you later. Hi there, Malcolm here with my 75th Booktube video, and today I'm coming with you.